I hate it when you film a video and the entire duration of the video you realize that your makeup is off. It's this one right here, see? It's a little bit red. I don't know what's going on right there. My makeup smeared or something. Hopefully it's not too distracting. All right, enjoy my new video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shaylee if you are new here. Today we're doing a Q&A and I haven't done one in a few months, so it's always exciting to do new ones. So thanks for sending in your guys' questions. This is probably gonna become 2 parts. You guys give me like a million questions. Some of them are so deep, like I feel like I can't explain them quickly. So without further ado, since I'm just sitting here wasting time talking about how long these questions are and how amazing they are, let's just get into the questions. Naomi Leanne, do you want another baby? I knew this question was gonna be asked because it is every single time. I do want another baby. I've had baby fever like crazy. If you guys saw my video from last week, I believe, I did take a pregnancy test and I never gave an update. So no, I'm not pregnant. But taking the test and like thinking I was possibly pregnant was kind of getting me excited, and I was kind of wishing I was. I trust God and his plans, and I have an IUD, so it's not like I'm gonna get pregnant even if I tried at this moment. I would like to have another baby. I have to convince my husband of that. No, we both want to adopt, so that is in the cards first for sure. We definitely want to adopt, and then maybe there'll be another baby down the line. Madeline Norma says, besides ministry, what would your dream job be? Growing up, my dream job was to always be a singer. That was it. Sing and travel the world and make music, basically. So that's been my dream since probably 5, I don't know. As long as I can remember, that's what I've always wanted to be. Until I got to high school, and then for some reason, I was really into marine biology and I was considering being a marine biologist. And I still think that would be a really cool job. I'm really good with like English and science, but I suck at like math and history. I don't know. If you are the same, let me know in the comments. But I do live in a landlocked state. So even if I wanted to be a marine biologist, like good luck. I think I love marine animals more than I would love being a marine biologist, if that makes sense. Antoinette07, how do I still show love and understanding to others when all I get is crapped on over and over again while I have forgiven immediately and don't hold grudges? So obviously forgiveness is good and moving on is good in that regard, but my biggest advice for situations like this is to cut those people out of your life. I mean, if you are continuously forgiving the person and they're still hurting you, and it's pretty much on purpose, because if you've already expressed to them that the things they do hurt you and they're continuing to do it over and over again, then they're not really people that I'd want to have in my life. I know it's harder when they're family, but I would definitely just keep my distance, because you're never going to get around to that person and they're never going to change. So expecting them to change, you know, and doing the same thing over and over again is pretty much insanity. That's the definition of insanity. You deserve better. Willemi13, do you accept the way you look like, or do you try to lose your weight? This is an interesting question. I accept the way that I look and I accept my body for what it is, but that doesn't mean that I don't strive to be healthier, and that doesn't mean that I don't strive to want to better myself. So I definitely would like to lose a little bit of weight just because I want to be healthier. There's definitely been moments on this channel where I've like dieted and then I've stopped, and I'm sure a lot of people on the other side are like, she never follows through with anything. And yeah, that's pretty true when it comes to weight loss. It's been a really hard struggle for me because I was always in it for the wrong reasons. And when you're trying to lose weight for the wrong reasons, it's gonna be a temporary thing. You'll lose weight, you'll look great, and then, you know, if you're not doing it for the right reasons and you're not doing it as more of like a lifestyle change, it's just gonna come back again. And so that's always been the case with me. I've never had a healthy dieting experience, if that makes sense. No, I'm not dieting right now and I'm not losing weight right now. I'm just trying to make little decisions every day that I feel like will help my lifestyle overall. House of Hunt vlogs, what is your favorite me time activity? I have a few. One of them lately has been right at nighttime when the kids are asleep. I will just get my massage pillow that I actually got off of Amazon. I'll put it in the description box below, because I've had a few of you guys buy it after I've mentioned it in like Insta stories and stuff like that, and you guys said you loved it. And it's like the gift I give all of my friends now whenever it's someone's birthday or anything like that. So I love it to death, and I just sit on the couch or I lay on my bed, wherever I am at the time, and I just put it on my back or my neck or my legs or my feet, whatever is like hurting that day, or just whatever I want to relax. And it has like heating inside of it, so it like, oh gosh, it's heaven. It's literally like going to a massage therapist, but without paying $90. That's pretty much my favorite me time. Other than that, I love to take baths with bubbles and candles. Yes, I'm like the ultimate girl. Megan Sebastian asks, what's one of your favorite things to do for self-care? My makeup and my hair. Those help me have more confidence. And I almost feel like I'm like this alter identity when I put on makeup and hair. I'm like, hey girl. Kind of like Beyonce, I guess. Like she has that other identity when she's on stage. What is she called? I can't think of the name right now. Wait, maybe she's just called Beyonce when she's, I don't know. You guys would know if you're Beyonce fans, just let me know. I just feel like when I put the time and effort into myself that way, I'm more confident overall. Selena EA, what are your thoughts on bariatric surgery and have you ever considered it? Is that like the same thing as like a gastric bypass? Let me look it up really quick. Because bariatric surgery is a surgical procedure performed on the stomach or intestines to induce weight loss. I don't think I'm big enough for bariatric surgery, number one. I think you have to be over 300 pounds or something, I'm not sure. Even if I was over the weight of 300 pounds, I would not consider it. But if you wanna do it, you go ahead. You do what works for you. I've had 2 C-sections and honestly, like that was enough of a stomach surgery for me. I would never elect to have any surgery at all in the stomach region after that. Like, no thanks. Ashley Harvey 5 asks, what is the hardest part of being on YouTube? That's the first part of the question. And how many hours a day do you work on YouTube? A comparison trap, because when you are in a career or you are striving to be in a career that's so numbers and growth focused, it's really, really easy to get caught up in that and start comparing your channel to other people's channel. I feel like this is worse than hate comments or hate mail, because at least with hate comments, you know that people are just like hurting inside and that's why they leave them. But when it comes to like looking at other people's channels and they're like friends of yours sometimes and you're just like, how come I don't have that many subscribers? I've been on just as long as she has, or I've been on more, I've been on less, and I have, you know, more or whatever. If you allow it to be, it can destroy your passion for YouTube, and it definitely did in the past for me. That's one of the reasons why I stopped doing daily vlogs, because I feel like the constant pressure of having to upload every single day, but then not only the pressure of that, but then like comparing myself to other people, I was just like, I don't want any part of this game right now. And who knows, maybe I'll go back to daily vlogs one day, but I want to be healthier mentally because I don't feel like I handled that very well at all. And how many hours a day do I do YouTube? So I film on Mondays and Thursdays usually in the morning, and then I upload that night. So I kind of do it all in 2 days, but that doesn't mean that the rest of the week I'm not doing things behind the scenes. So of course I'm always trying to update my tags on my videos to make them more relevant to the video itself, but also more searchable. I'm also networking with people. Networking is like one of the biggest things for me. I'm in YouTube Facebook groups. I'm like surrounded by a community all the time. If I'm not networking, I'm trying to collaborate, or I'm just getting to know people, or on top of that, I'm talking to brand deals and we're trying to negotiate a deal, or, you know, talk to sponsors and all that stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that you guys don't see, but in general, it takes me about 2 hours or so to edit, unless it's like a really, really hard video, like a parody. A parody will take me about 20 hours to edit, and I try to get it all done in the span of a day. So that's why I don't really do parodies that often, to be perfectly honest with you, because I don't really have that time. So it depends on the type of video that I'm filming. Sometimes the editing can be really intensive, and sometimes it's just putting clips together. I probably spend about 20 to 25 hours a week on YouTube, I would say. And if you include the other social medias, just forget it. Forget it, because I try to keep up to date on all my socials on a regular basis. And if you're not following me yet, you should go follow me. Jessica Ruiz asks, what camera would you recommend a new vlogger? Good question. I think it depends on your budget. I would try to always stay with Canon, because I think Canon is the best. This is not a sponsored video or anything. I just love Canon. I've always shot with Canons. I've always used Canons. I'm using a Canon right now, actually. So the cheap models of Canons are the S120. I believe that's what it is. I think those are about $200. And that's the cheapest that I would go. Unless you have an iPhone already and it's good quality, then I would just use your iPhone. Just make sure you don't use it this way and you go this way. There's actually editing programs on your phone where you could edit straight from your phone. I've never done it before, but if you're just starting out, it's a good thing to try. If you can't afford a larger camera or a camera that's more expensive, I would get the G7X. G7X. I have the G7X Mark II. That's what I'm using at this very moment, and I love it. And then for a lot of my like sit down professional videos, or even the videos that I use for the parody, I will use my Canon 70D, which is a much more expensive camera. But like I said, it really depends on your budget. And I didn't use a fancy camera when I first started. I've just built my way up, and I've been able to reward myself with the money that I've received from YouTube. All right, last question is from Roach17 2001. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be? Ireland. What do you dream your kids would be when they grow up? I mean, obviously, I think it would be super cool if they did something with music, just because their mom and dad are both musical, but they can be anything that they want to be, and I'm not going to be that pushy mom. I will find the talents of my kids, and I'll try to drive those out of them and try to get them to work on those harder, because I really believe in finding the things that our kids are passionate about and really just speaking life into that, you know, because there's a reason why they've been given those passions and those dreams and those talents. So I definitely want to try to take that out of them and have them work on those things. But if they ultimately decide that's not what they want to do, then that's their decision. And then number 3, are you guys currently considering jobs out of state? We are, and we haven't talked about this at all on YouTube, and some of you guys might be like, what have you talked about? What's going on in your life? There's just so much going on, and there's still some uncertainty of things. So I'm being really vague right now, but we will be talking about it once we get an update. So I promise you guys, it's not going to be this like thing forever where you have no idea what's going on. You will know soon. That's all the questions I'm going to do today. There were a lot more, so I might do a part 2. If you guys want me to do a part 2, let me know. Thank you guys for watching and for sending your questions. If you have additional questions, you can always leave them in the comments. Have a wonderful Thursday, and we will see you in our next video. Bye.